lovely friends. Well, it's bonfire night here, so I thought it'd be quite nice to do a chatty get ready with me before taking you to a bonfire party. I'm going to wear the brand new Elf Modern Metals collection. I haven't unboxed it and I've no idea what it's going to be like, but I thought seeing as it was bonfire night and it's sort of sparkly and metallic, it seemed like a good thing to do. Unboxing. So this set is an eyeshadow palette, a kind of blush and highlight palette, a matte lipstick and a golden topper. Now, you don't have bonfire night in the States. In England it's a huge thing. There we go. These are the colours that come with the Modern Metals collection. I'm going to use probably the sort of dusky pink here. I just use it high on my cheeks. I've got kind of round cheeks anyway, quite high. So if I do go too cray-cray with the blush, I can look a little bit like a chipmunk. That has quite a bit of payoff, I think, as a blush. So I think I might leave it at that one shade and pop one of the gorgeous golden highlights on. And I'm going to go for this one here. And I might have to top it up with this one because I am very pale skinned. So this might just turn into a bit of a golden glow for me. I think I'm more excited than my family about bonfire night. I've loved it ever since I was a little kid. There's something about fireworks and being out at night and all wrapped up and everybody going ooh and ah. It just makes me feel really kind of cozy and, I don't know, festive. And I think because we don't have Thanksgiving, it's kind of the last holiday in the UK before Christmas, so it's a sort of special night. Right, I'm going again with the palest highlight because, as I say, I don't think the other one did particularly much for my cheeks. So I'm going to be on the lookout for treacle toffee tonight because I haven't had a good treacle toffee in such a long time. And it's something my mum used to make when I was small. And it just doesn't seem like bonfire night without it, but it's one of those things that's kind of like toffee apples. It's kind of gone out of fashion. Oh, you just can't beat a bit of treacle toffee. So I'm going to show you the palette. So I'm going to go for probably a fairly neutral but bright. So I'll probably won't be using, oh, maybe a touch, but I'll probably be using this section of the palette, maybe a touch of the highlights as we go. So I think probably in my crease I'm going to start with this because it's a sort of neutral easy blending colour, and I'm putting it on with my BH Cosmetics crease brush, which is a lovely crease brush. Okay, that's quite a nice crease colour. It's gone on really smooth. I would say, you know, it's creamy. It's just as good as some of my more expensive palettes, like my Naked palettes. So let's go in with this beautiful kind of goldy, rose goldy colour. I like a bit of rose gold. Again, I'm just going to go in with the same colour, the same brush. I'm going to go all over my eyelid with it and up into the crease. I'm going to do the same on the other side, and then I'm going to check and blend it out with my mirror now. It's lovely colours. Well done, Elf. They are really beautiful. So I'm going to go in now with a flat brush on probably this sort of light gold here. It's got a little bit of a shimmer. I'm going to press that. I'm going to pat it down. Oh, that's pretty. I'm going to do the other side. Pat that down as well. Does anyone else pull funny faces when they put makeup on? I have tried and tried and tried, but I tell you, I just can't. I can't not pull a face. I'm always like, so, oh, that is pretty. It's pretty, but it does escape quite easily, so I'm going to use a big fluffy brush just to tone this down. And I'm going to use just some neutral matte powder. This is just a matte face powder I happen to have on a palette that's nearby, just to tone that back a little bit. And now I think I will go for, let's see, probably this dark bronze shade here to go in the crease and in the corner, just to add a bit of shape to the edge of my eye. Oh, that looks nice. Do you know, I'm so impressed with this palette. I mean, it's pretty, like, I think I paid £32 for this palette. Not the palette, for the whole set, which is the cheek palette, the eye palette, the lip palette, the lipstick and the lip gloss. And you can pay the same for one of the palettes, of a high-end palette. So, what do you think? I think that's quite pretty. I do think I've gone too high up on the eye. So I'm gonna look at the palette, and I think I'm just gonna try this really deep plum on the end and just use a little bit of that to kind of add a bit of contrast to my crease and deepen it up. I'm only going to do that on the sort of last outer quarter. I don't claim to be an expert makeup, by the way. This is just get ready with me, so you can find out what I'm doing today. And I really wanted to get back in the habit of making regular videos, and this seemed like a nice way of doing it. Okay, and I think just as a wee final thing, I'm going to run underneath the eye with some of these two. So this kind of lovely bronzy shade and this kind of slightly more rose gold shade next to it. So I'm going to start on the outer edge with this bronze in the corner, and then towards the middle of the eye I'm going to go to this kind of lighter gold. And then I'm just going to blend the two together. Whoop. I'm actually using the mirror of the Emily Edit Needs palette, which there's been a load of controversy about that. People have been fighting about it. There's been online wars, so I don't want to get into any of that, but I must say, from my point of view, I love the Emily Edits palette. I'll just give it a bit of a show. It's my go-to palette, and I always have it on my dressing table, and it's got such a big mirror that it's just easy to grab hold of and use as well. So I'm going back into that lovely bronzy gold colour. I'm going to take that right across, under my eye, and for my eyeliner I like to line both my my water lines. Now this is a kind of strange thing for a lot of people, but this started when I had alopecia, and I used to tight line both the top and the bottom of my eye, and I still do. I'll tight line the bottom with usually like an off-white, a pink or a beige pencil. This is a Wet n Wild pencil. I just feel like a light colour on the under eye just pops your eye and makes you look so much more awake and so much brighter. So the other pencil I'm going to use here is an Avon pencil. It's called Glistening Topaz, and it is such a pretty colour. Come on, show us. There you go. Absolutely gorgeous bronzy goldy colour that's going to go perfectly with this. And I'm going to just put it underneath, over the top, of that bronzy powder eyeshadow, just to give it a bit of extra sparkle. Alright, and to finish off, I am going to use my Rimmel Exaggerate eyeliner. Come on. There we go. In black. And I'm going to tight line with that. Tight line right under the edge of my eye. So I will... Don't be afraid. We're zooming in. I will zoom in and I'll try and show you what I do. Okay, this technique is not for the squeamish. It's also not for people with shaky hands, because there's a chance of poking yourself in the eye. There's also a chance of getting the eyeliner inside your eye. So do it if you dare. Don't say I didn't warn you. And this is also a good technique for people like me who don't have particularly big lid space. I've got quite hooded eyes, my lid space is really, this bit of my eye tends to fold over, and so there you go. Even without mascara on, that tight lining really makes the edge of your eye pop. So I do it all the time, I'm very used to doing it, but trust me, if you get it right, you'll love it. So now we're going to go into my absolutely favourite mascara, which is everybody's favourite. Whoa. Lash Paradise. Paradise. This mascara always makes me think of sandy beaches and, you know, beautiful long lashed gorgeous women sashaying around in bikinis. And I think that by putting it on I will suddenly transform myself to be on a Tahitian beach. But it doesn't work like that, but it is damn good on your lashes. I usually do about 2 coats. I'm doing this just after work and before my gang arrive home ready to go to the bonfire. Sparkle, because you can't have too much sparkle. Again, I'm using a BH Cosmetics brush here. And now, I think the last thing to do is lipstick. So, lovely shade here. It's a sort of beautiful, I'd call maybe terracotta sort of brown. Gorgeous kind of shade that I think would suit most people actually. It's got a really nice sort of what I'd call diamond shaped doe foot applicator. Wow, just slides on. And it's drying down really easily and looking good. Just before we finish up, I'm going to put the gorgeous glittery gloss on. It's absolutely stunning. I must admit, a friend has this gloss. I had gloss jealousy. Gloss envy. Okay, well, the next thing to do is probably to do something with this incredible mane of hair that I have grown to my delight. But what do you guys think? I really like it. I like the colours, I think it goes on well, I think it's flattering for my skin tone. I feel a bit like a kind of golden goddess. It's probably a bit too much for bonfire night, but you know, the hell. So tonight I'm going to take the camera with me, and you guys can come and watch a few fireworks and have a toffee apple. Thanks for being with me, and I'll see you in a bit. Bye bye.